little girl in me is very excited to be here. The 44-year-old woman in me is hoping I don't pee my pants. I was realizing that this time, 5 years ago, I was meticulously and thoroughly planning my own death. And on November 7th, 2014, I committed suicide. And I succeeded, but the doctors were able to bring me back. It's just amazing, I have to tell you. You never know where your life is going to give up, or end up, so don't give up. Anyone sitting out there tonight that is feeling less than worthy of being here, please know that you are absolutely worthy and you are welcome. And Gregory and Karen, thank you so much for making me a part of this wonderful event. I sit alone, reflecting on the last months of our relationship as I prepare to leave. I thought he was my happily ever after, a true movie screen romance, the love of my life. I thought he was my soulmate. I lose it completely as my anger, hurt, and frustration pour out of me like a raging river. My scream echoes into the abyss of our bedroom that used to hold so much love. My fist pummeled the pillow that once cradled his head, the head of the man that used to adore me. I wish he would get help and get better, but I can't stick around and continue to subject myself to this abuse. I have to do better. I have to find a better way. I started my car and set my navigation to my new apartment address. I unzipped Midnight's carrier to let him out and give him free roam of the car. He jumped straight into the back seat, where I packed the bedding and wiggled in for the ride, his solid black coat blending into the seats. "We made it, Midnight. We're free," I said, looking into his beautiful green eyes. He meowed at me as if to say, "Finally, that damn pug kept trying to hump me. Let's go already." I put my 80s pop music playlist on and started the hour-and-a-half drive to my new apartment and my new life to the perfectly timed tune of Cyndi Lauper's "Girls Just Want to Have Fun." This would be my third divorce, and I found myself asking why. Why am I going through this again? Why am I unable to maintain a long-term, healthy relationship? Why am I still, after all the therapy and work to get healthy, having unhealthy relationships? The answer was simple. I wasn't done learning and growing yet. When I met my third husband, I hadn't gone through trauma therapy or addiction recovery, so of course I was still chasing the same toxic type of person. I was always searching for and finding the man that wanted to come in and fix everything wrong with me and my life. I was still chasing a protector and a provider. I was still, after all these years, chasing a father. I have now realized that I have always lived my life for a man. As a child, I was seeking the love of abusive fathers. As an adult, I was seeking the love of men. A lot of men. All to fill a void that none of them were equipped to fill. A void that only I can fill. I have to learn to live life for me. I have to learn to love myself the way God intended for me to be loved. Wholly, purely, and unconditionally. When a child is abused, their brain develops to recognize that behavior from a loved one and accept it. The brain rationalizes and makes the excuse that the abuser loves us. Eventually, the brain doesn't recognize the abuse as abuse anymore. It becomes normal. It's why so many people stay in abusive relationships. Their brains are telling them that they are loved and that it isn't abuse. I stayed with so many men with this habitual mindset, my latest husband included. Just because a man doesn't hit you doesn't mean he isn't abusive. Control, narcissism, blame, yelling, aggressive tone, intimidation, emotional manipulation. The list goes on. These are all abusive behaviors that we have to retrain our brains to recognize as such. One of the bigger lessons of the last 3 years has been how important it is to have female friends. I was stuck in an unhealthy codependent relationship, which meant there wasn't much room for friends on either side. During the last few months of the relationship, I started making improvements to my mental health, which meant I put more energy into my friendships and less energy into his toxicity. The healthier I became, the angrier he seemed to get. That's all behind me now. Now I have the chance to live the life I've always wanted to live, a life of action. I won't just dream about doing things. I will go do them. I won't just dream about being surrounded by friends that love me. I will stay connected and make efforts to spend time with my people. I won't just dream about being able to help others. I will work on myself so thoroughly that I will have experienced strength and hope to offer to those in need. My new life will be everything I dreamed of and more. That is where this journey began. I planned to spend the next 6 months dating myself. At first, this terrified me. I thought it would mean that I would have to do everything alone. I don't believe the answer to loving yourself is being alone. Some of my dates, I go out with girlfriends. I still go on some alone because it is important to enjoy your own company. And I will tell you that it is the most empowering experience to sit at a table at a restaurant by yourself and not look at your phone. Just eat and enjoy the ambiance. I am learning to enjoy life for myself, not for a man. Let me be perfectly clear. This is not a man-hating journey. I don't hate men. In fact, I love them. A lot. I just need to learn how to love myself more. I refuse to give up on the idea of someone else loving me wholly, so I will Elizabeth Taylor my way through this life if I have to. But between my last husband and my next husband, I will learn to love myself. This would end up being a challenge for me at first. I'm not sure when it started, but since at least high school, I've been abusing myself. Detrimental negativity consumes my brain and attaches itself to every thought like a sticky tar on a hot summer roof. I have to work really hard to clean it off. I have to tell myself that I'm beautiful. I have to tell myself that I'm smart. I have to tell myself that I'm worthy of taking up space here, in this universe, on this planet, in this country, state, city, in this room, on this spot, right here, right now, in this moment. I am worthy. With all the hard work that I've done, I have come to a point where I have to say goodbye. I have to say goodbye to the abused, victimized girl. I have to say goodbye to the drug addict and alcoholic. I have to say goodbye to the girl with unhealthy coping skills and unhealthy boundaries. I have to say goodbye to Melissa, Highsmith, Langford, Graves, Urbanic. Now that we've said our goodbyes and lovingly let that girl go, let me introduce you. Say hello to a grown woman who has learned to deal with and move on from her trauma. Say hello to a woman who has learned to be present and not want or need to escape reality. Say hello to a woman that has renewed her faith in God. Say hello to Mia GiAngelos. I am the love story I've been waiting for. I have found my soulmate by looking inside myself. I am the love of my life. Woo!